Well.
Sime.
Welcome to yet another edition of Witchcraft and Masking episode in this podcast. From myself, my name is Pastor Micheal of GM Ministries Pretoria. In the house, I'm with Apostle Sean. Welcome, and how are you, Apostle?
I'm okay, say thank you so much for having me in this wonderful house. I'm feeling blessed.
That's wonderful. Last episode, that is on Monday,
Yeah.
we spoke about a black color.
So what do you want to say?
I'm not incinerating anything. I just want to ask. So, have you come to show us what black looks like, or?
No, I was watching something like Men in Black.
All right. Okay.
Men in Black.
Right.
So that's why I'm in black today. I just decided to be in black since we are
Dealing with black magic.
yeah, we are dealing with black magic. I decided to be black today.
All right. On our last episode, we spoke about something very important here. We spoke about problems that emanate just after a dream.
Yes.
Right. We said there is a lot of things that happens after a dream. You gave an example of one lady that dreamt being pierced on the neck, and she woke up early in the morning, no voice.
Yes.
You gave an example of a lady that we prayed for here about 3 weeks ago. She dreamt somebody scratching her back, and she woke up with the scars. Right. We also spoke about a lot of other things that happens just after dreams. What
Yeah.
else do you think can happen?
I think that there are a lot of things. You know, I'm looking at this house.
Right.
I can see plenty daughters there. Out there. My daughters, some were sleeping, some were walking. I'm looking at the past. Right?
Right.
In the past, it was an obvious case that when a person is a lady,
Right.
must be married. It was a system, right?
Right. Yes.
So you realize, Kuti, nowadays it's something different. Of course, there are other factors. But why am I saying so? There are some other people who can. Do you know the reason why our parents could not send the girl child to school to bigger levels like the high schools and tertiary schools, universities? They said it's a waste of time because at the end of the day, they will be taken by men who will marry them.
And teach them
And-
whatever
yeah,
they
and
want.
it was happening that way.
Right.
Once you have a girl child, they could say these are my kettles. But it's different nowadays, of course, for other different reasons.
Right.
But have you ever checked, Kuti? There are a lot of people are failing to have proper relationships because of witchcraft and demons which are following them. Because you look at the person, you can really see, Kuti, yeah, she's beautiful. She knows how to bath.
Right.
She goes to church. Her manners are on point. And some other people who are even sometimes uglier than her, who are structureless, who don't even bath, they will be in marriages.
Right.
And I understand that if this is something that doesn't have something like anything that is manifesting on a person. But I get worried when a person is manifesting and things like those are happening in her life. It's definitely to be something spiritual. It's either there is witchcraft and there is a demon activity. You know, today I was watching something. I want you to follow, write this down.
Right.
I want you to follow DJ Sparks, Zim Realities. Right? So there is this guy by the name Matsbaba Krebi.
Right. I think I did quote him the other day.
Yeah, you quote him the other day. Like, I think it's cool to speak about him on such a platform because
Right.
he also speaks out openly. He doesn't hide anything.
Yes.
So this guy, he made it clear with, and this other guy, is it Masango, whosoever he was talking about, he said he was a Sangoma, but he realized people are not comfortable with the Sangoma thing. He became impostor.
Right.
Then himself, he was asked, what are you? He said, I'm both. I'm a Sangoma, I'm a Matsbaba.
Right.
Altogether. Then he talked about things that I always talk about, things that I talk about, like when people can take your blessings, when
Right.
people can use your light, everything that, like when you listen to the war
Series.
interview,
Right.
that he was being given, everything that I taught in witchcraft, you get it there.
From the horse's
The
mouth.
horse's mouth, and he's very open about it. We do this, and the whole stuff is witchcraft. You understand? And the guy is open about it, even if that's why I'm not even hesitant to speak about his name. I want people to look for the same stuff, so that when I'm going to speak about witchcraft, they won't say, why are you including Matsbaba in this?
Right.
But from the horse's mouth. This.
Okay, Father. Now here we are saying, let's say we have got children, we've got daughters, as always. No? We have daughters, but they can't get married. But there is no so-called demonical or any spiritual manifestation that we can speak of or see physically. The manifestation is only on her failing to get married.
Yeah, it will be different. There are some other people. Remember, when you manifest, it means the connection is in you.
Right?
But what about if it's a multi thing?
Right.
What about if it's a case? Not all cases manifest.
Right.
Some other cases, they don't manifest, they travel through the blood. So how can they manifest? So it's different. Then some other things, it's like your name is locked up maybe in a river somewhere.
Right.
Maybe it's in a pot somewhere. Maybe it was thrown on top of the toilet somewhere. So there is no manifestation here. Your name will be representing you there.
Somewhere else.
Yes, so you won't manifest. But the difficulty, I think I should talk about this before I forget.
Right.
The reason why us as men of God, imagine the power we carry.
Right.
This room is too big. In as much as it's too big, the power that moves here can break chairs.
Right.
How many chairs did we have that time which were broken?
Around 75.
75 chairs which were broken.
Yeah.
Because the power moves crazy.
Right.
But how does that kind of power fail to emancipate people from powers of witchcraft? It is because we are dealing with the people who are not yet rooted in the things that we are moving in.
Right.
Most of these people, they are into things. You pray for her against the spirit of anti-marriage. Here,
Right.
she goes and sleep with a guy. So how does it work? Because remember, this is we are not just using muti here. We are not using muti. We
Right.
are using the name of Jesus. Holiness is the essence of everything.
Right.
So when I'm dealing with a person who is under witchcraft, that person also needs to cooperate. Even Jesus did the same. You sin no more. Otherwise, if you sin, the worst is coming.
Right.
So our people are in things. I'm telling you the truth. A lot of things are happening under this roof. And some we hear, some we don't hear. Some the Holy Spirit tells us, some the Holy Spirit doesn't tell us. But above all, one of the reasons why we are failing to help people who are living under witchcraft spells and witchcraft powers, it is because most of these things, people are into things, of which the things of God, they work hand in hand with the righteousness. The person you are helping must be also playing her part or his part. But the funny thing is, Pastor Micheal, you are a pastor in this church.
Yes.
I want you to master this.
Yes, Daddy.
One day I'm talking to a daughter. She is complaining about a lot of things about her life.
Right.
Her life. I ask, so are you doing things proper? She says, Father, I am doing everything properly.
Right.
Now I have a burden. Father, I teach your people that if you are doing everything properly, things must move in the right direction.
Right.
Why this one? She comes again for the second time. I ask her, and you are doing, Father, it's not like, you know, that one, I no longer do those things. Like she changes the faces. And now I'm guilty now. I'm the one who teaches good. You must do right.
Right.
And everything will go right with you. She comes the third time. Another complaint. I said, no, man. I need to pray. I need to pray. Father, if this person is not doing anything, show me. It did not take 3-4 days.
Right.
We had issues on plane. But she made me to feel like I'm guilty of teaching the wrong doctrine. I'm teaching people to do right. She's claiming to do everything right.
Right.
Yet the garbage she was doing behind was too big to be ignored. And she said, I'm doing everything perfectly, even in front of people.
Right. So otherwise, we are saying, us as pastors, we have got a holiness level that we expect, and we do things for people. Expect them to reciprocate, or at least try and be with us in the quest. So it's like me chasing away a demon, and someone is fetching that same demon at the door.
Same demon.
And go
that
back
is why
with
you
it
see,
home.
when you cast it, right, it will come back. Number one, it follows their conditions which are favorable.
Yes.
If that person, sometimes at home, she doesn't pray, or
Right.
he doesn't pray, fasting, sometimes he's angered easily, sometimes he listens to worldly music, sometimes she watches pornography, sometimes when he is talking to the girlfriend, they will be talking about sexual stuff, you know, all those kind of things.
Right.
A lot. Once you get offside and you have a spiritual problem, I'm telling you, it will be a ground for the demons to enter. So
in
pastors are fighting with the people who are fighting against themselves. It's
Right.
very, but nobody is ready to tell you the truth. Everybody who expresses himself to the pastor, he expresses himself as a perfect person.
So, in conclusion, in this one, then it means we'll be fighting a losing battle, because you are the one who don't want the demon, and the one possessed wants the demon.
Yes, because the demon will be saying, it's you who is casting me.
But my home,
This person accommodates me every day. Sometimes it's not about sin. It's
Yes.
about the lukewarmness. It's
Yes.
about how cold the person is. You know, the laziness she has or he has when she goes home. Her prayer life is very, very weak. So the demons will be like, but when you have a problem with us. This person doesn't have a problem with us. We don't pray. We tell her not to pray. She doesn't pray. We tell her to break the fasting at 1 on Monday.
and she does.
And she does so. So who are you? So it's very, very difficult. So all the people online there, if you are thinking about going through deliverance as a person, as a human being, please be ready for war, because the Bible said we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but we wrestle against principality and so forth. I want you to mark the word wrestle.
Yes.
If you want to understand it better, search WWE and watch how things happens there. People will be wrestling. When people are wrestling, there is grappling, there is fighting, there are fists, there are kicks. Everything happens there. So
Right.
if you are fighting against demons, it's not a win case. It's a battle case. So in a battle, for you to win, you must put efforts.
Right.
So if you wait, the person who is helping you will say out. I will say out. It will go out. And you are the one who will say in. So my duty is to say out, and your duty is to say in. So you must know who you are and
Right.
know the kind of battles you are fighting.
Yeah, this is quite a big issue. While we are on that same thing, Father, let's speak about spiritual husbands and spiritual wives.
Okay. Spiritual husbands and spiritual wives, to me, there is nothing like that. Right?
Right,
There
yes.
is nothing like a spiritual husband and a spiritual wife. Why? Number one, how do I wish to put it in a way that people understand.
Yes.
I preach about spiritual husbands. I teach about spiritual wives. But one thing that you must know, these are figures created by demons. Right? These are figures that are created by demons that can hinder any progress of your natural life, so that you can go back and appease them for help. So if you want to see good, there is nothing like a spiritual husband or a spiritual wife. You realize that everybody who is being followed by a marine spirit or any ancestral spirit, the dreams that comes as a sign to show you that you are being followed by these spirits are you dream men sleeping with you, or you dream woman sleeping with you. But why does this happen in the dreams? They use sexual moments as a way to contaminate your body, so that you carry the deposits of the demons, so that when you go to do anything, you won't go as your own. You go with deposits from evil spirits. Once you carry deposits from evil spirits, wherever you are supposed to be welcomed, they won't welcome you, because nobody can welcome deposits of demons. But if you accept, if you go to Mapostori, if you go to Sangomas, you tell them, they will tell you that you have an ancestral spirit. So how does it happen that I have an ancestral spirit, but I am dreaming somebody sleeping with me as a sign? So you see, it's a figure created so that it can create a marital case between you and it, so that any marital case you can have in the physical, it will be destroyed by that spiritual creature. Because in the spirit, like demons, they are all male. There is no female demon. Even those Abogogo, what, all of them, those are demons which just took a character of a lady. All the angels in heaven, they are males. Right? Even the devil was one of the angels. So all these characteristics are Abo Ugogo, Abo what? These are created figures. Like you see, it is the same devil who created the religions that we know which are crazy. Whether in Africa or in India, in what. But it is the same devil, but manifesting differently. You understand?
Yes.
The devil is not a snake, but he can manifest in the form of a snake.
Because he needs a body to operate.
You understand? So this is the thing about spiritual husbands. These are figures which are created in the spirit to make sure that all the people are being followed by these spirits. They have the marriages in the spirit which binds marriages in the physical. That is why you see all the people who have the spiritual husbands, they are being followed. It's simply a person who is being followed by an ancestral spirit. That's simple. Everybody who dreams a man or a woman sleeping with her or him, it's nothing. It's an ancestral spirit. Even you find it's either you dream somebody sleeping with you, or you dream a snake. It's same thing, those things. A snake, man sleeping with you, it's one thing. All of them, they represent the marine spirit.
Then Father, can you explain now, how does what do we call it, ngozi? There are people who are said with uyumkazi wengozi, a husband wengozi. How does that affect us and people from being married?
It depends with the legalities. I think we need to clarify about legalities. That statement we've been speaking about it for quite some time.
Yes.
Something that is legal, it means it is allowed. It is according to the law. It is lawful. It must happen. It's allowed. So when we say some legalities, it means I myself, if I kill a person now, right?
Yes.
If I kill a person, then God checks the issue between me and the person I killed. Then according to his principles, legally, I am supposed to be punished. And everybody who carries my blood, we don't know how God judges things. I don't know how God sees things. Right? Then God comes to judge in between me and the person that I killed. Like, you know what happened to Cain and Abel?
Cain and Abel, yes.
Cain killed Abel. But he thought it's over. He didn't know that there are some legalities which need to be fixed in the spirit.
Right.
The blood of Abel cried unto the Lord for revenge.
Vengeance, yeah.
And God had the blood of Abel. And he decided to check the issue. But why was this person killed? And he discovered that he was killed only for jealous. And
Right.
God came to judge issues between the two people. It's now no longer about Abel and Cain. It's now about God and Cain. Why? Because there are certain legalities which were broken here. Under the legal laws, leave a person to live his life.
Right.
But if you break that one, we are now checking how legal was it for you. Because do you know that if somebody kills a person, then is punished by the laws of the government to be hanged.
Right. Like in Sharia law?
Yeah, if that's the law of the government, I'm telling you, God is not even involved. If you kill a person now, you get arrested. But if you are in war, even if you kill 70, even God is not involved.
You are regarded as a hero.
A hero. You'll be given a medal. When you sleep you sleep nicely. No goes.
No bad conscience.
Yeah,
no
because
one.
God will come and say, you killed how many people? You say 70. Where? In a war. God himself will clap for you. Don't
Right.
forget, King David was a soldier, a warrior. And he was
Yes.
not a warrior of Zimbabwean warriors who play soccer. He was a warrior of killing people.
Yes.
And he killed Goliath using the power of God.
Of God.
Because it was legal, it was in a war. But if he had done it to human beings there, David was going to be in trouble. Now, on goes, it means our fathers sometimes, you know, what was happening in the long time, long back then. Imagine our fathers could take somebody maybe from Malawi.
Yes.
He comes looking for work. They say, work for us. You know, we have a child who is 7 years old. If you work for 7 years more, she will be 14. We'll give you this one as a wife. Then now the child grows. There is another person who looks better than Achimwene who wants that child, Mbinga. You decide to kill Achimwene or send him away like empty-handed, yeah, by force. Go away,
Yeah.
because he is a foreigner. You send him away. Or our fathers did not only send these people away, they could kill the person and bury the person on their ground, just like that. So when God looks at it, he looks at how many years this person worked. 7 years. Did he steal anything? He never stole anything. He served with all his heart.
Loyally.
And this man chose to do this evil thing to him. And if God wants, you will raise a curse on this person. But the problem with the curse, if you give birth after you were cursed, that curse definitely is not going to be in you only. How does it go to the next person? Legalities.
All right.
Blood speaks. If
Right.
I give birth to a daughter, she carries my DNA. If I give birth to a son, he carries my DNA. It's automatic because legally blood is bound to do the same. This is why we are saved by the blood of one man, Jesus Christ. And it's coming across to all of us because it's a principle of the blood. So we suffer from Ngozi because it's legal.
All right. So can it be reversed?
Before we talk about that, us, we are results of Ngozi.
All right.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Women give birth having some pains, not because they called for it. It's Ngozi from Eve.
Right.
Eve ate the tree and Adam.
There is no appeasement for
Yeah,
Ngozi.
if you want to eat, you must sweat. Ngozi, yes, it's Ngozi.
Right.
But it's illegal.
Okay.
Yes, it must happen. We are outside of the Garden of Eden and everything. We are suffering whatsoever that is happening here. It's legal. Ngozi, yes. But before they sinned, life was okay in the Garden of Eden. But after they sinned. The Bible says because of one man, we all died. But because of
Right.
one man, we are now living.
Yeah.
You understand?
Okay. So further, how does Ngozi, spiritual husbands, affect people? Let's say you have fought against all odds, you get into a marriage. What are the signs that I could be affected by either of these two?
You check manje. Boss Ngozi, it's a generational case.
Yes.
So you check the generation. If what is happening to you is what happened to your father, your brothers and sister and their families also, it means it's a generational case. It's Ngozi. You are affected
Right.
by it. But the only reason why it affects Christians who are born again,
Right.
they are born again by the name, but the practical thing, they are not really.
Okay.
Because this thing of being born again is as busy as your physical life is. For you to survive physically, you must wake up in the morning, wash your body, brush your teeth, eat, go to work, spend the day working, come back, rest, what. Then I'm asking, the whole day you have been doing this for the physical body,
Alright.
what did you do to
For
the
your
born again?
spirituality.
Nothing. Few people practice the spirituality in as much as it is wanted. The only man that I saw who practiced that 100% was Jesus. When they could eat their food, they could say, Master, eat. He could say, no, I have my food which is different from what you are. This is why Jesus never prayed for anybody and he failed to heal him. No, because the
Okay.
men understood that there is power within. So our people are being affected by the things coming from their families, because when they are at work, they take away the
Christian part.
Christian part and they become part of the systems of the people they are with.
Okay, like when we introduced the issue of trousers.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember there were some people who even called and wrote some comments. Even last week on Sunday,
Yeah.
there is one person who wrote a caption that you came to church with the clothes from a club, something like that.
Yeah.
Meaning there are some things that people have named that these are for here, those are for
Yeah,
here.
it's a double standard life. You
Right.
don't wear trousers at church, but at home
At
you wear
home
it.
you wear it.
So we are not really saved. We are people who want everything.
Okay, we are in the gray area.
Yeah, my guy, if we were truly born again, we could have been having serious powers. Because do you know the reason why the whole world is looking for me? It's not because I'm a special human being. I found a better understanding about being born again.
All right.
All these people are born again like me, but I invested more in the
that.
spiritual person more than they do.
Okay.
So if you are lazy, the whole world will look for me, and you will be 5,000 on one man, and I'll be busy foot.
Okay, just like what happens during the days of the disciples, they say there are people who were eloquent in scriptures.
Yes.
But yet they needed Priscilla and Aquila to explain the doctrine of salvation to them. Even though they were saved,
Yes.
they needed someone to explain the revelation.
Yeah. Look at it this way. Jesus said you will do more than I did, but
Yeah.
nobody did.
Right.
Nobody.
So it means we are found wanting somehow.
Yes, we need to follow the life of that man.
Yeah,
The
as
man
it
who
is
never sinned.
in its density.
Munantadza every week.
Every week, not every time.
every day. Like
Yeah.
Jesus said, even about poor, about whoever we can read about, nobody did what Jesus did.
Okay.
But Jesus said, if you believe in me, it is very, very possible for you to do more than I did. But who did more than Jesus did? I don't know anybody.
Right. Further, it looks like I'm having questions are kind of generating.
Yes, okay.
Right. Because I believe this is going to be our last episode. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking of maybe taking all questions that are around this thing before we open lines to other people on the next episode. Right. Look at it this way. Someone is married, ne? But in that marriage, the legalities of marriage are being deprived because of some of these things. What are other things that happens in marriages that are not supposed to happen, but they happen because you are being followed somehow?
Okay. One thing that can happen, a man who paid lobola for you, the feelings will disappear. Then you wonder, whenever you are talking together, he is another man. And as a lady, I'm talking about ladies, right?
Right.
As a lady, you can have extra features which are not part of the human body.
Okay.
Like number one, Masari.
Mm.
You know Masari? That's
I
that's
only hear
pure.
about them.
That's pure witchcraft. Those
Right.
things they can grow to an extent of even closing
Right.
the way.
Okay.
I prayed for the other daughter in Cape Town. That daughter was dramatic. So when I prayed for her, she woke up, all those things they were dry.
Right.
So she was requesting to the friend, but I wish if Baba can see what is happening. I said no. I can't.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, that one. She said, wow, I can't believe. And after some days, they fell off. And I saw she took a picture. They were on the floor now. Imagine on a human body, there's nothing like that. And do you know how they treat them?
I don't know.
You go and cut. There are some gogos who cut. So imagine a life of going to cut some extra stuff on your private parts.
And you can't do it surgically, but they need to go.
Doctors, they will tell you that these ones are they are very, very difficult. There's a problem in your stomach and this and that. So you must and kugogo you don't cut once. They make money with that.
All right. But the fact
And
that
the cutting at the gogos, it's a live match. No
sedation,
no,
nothing,
no.
nothing.
It's a live match. Jamari, open your legs.
Be it a razor blade or
Yes.
a knife, whatever.
Fair. Yeah, one on one.
Okay. So feelings can disappear. Extra developments can come. We are speaking in a marriage here, ne?
Yes, we are.
Right?
You asked about marriage, right?
Yes. What else?
Breast cancer.
Okay.
When breast cancer hits you, but I think you are becoming sensitive. There are too much ladies here.
I think they need to learn as well,
All right, okay.
because we
breast
called for
cancer.
this.
Breast cancer comes from that side. So breast cancer, manje, number one, it begins to remember. These are some of the parts
Yes.
that these people want you to put their hands. Now when they are affected by cancer, they don't want anybody near them.
Okay.
You got me
So
now?
we are saying breasts are part of the erotic pressure points.
Yes.
Okay.
Now that you have breast cancer, there's no wound.
Yeah.
But the first thing, you'll be shocked with milk will start coming out of there. Let me tell you something. I want to tell you something. Right? Besides breast cancer, there are people who always have their nipples, like they are swollen. They are painful.
Right.
You can't. They don't want anybody to come near.
Okay.
Then if your man can't
access that.
That's what else now? Yes.
All right. So, right, I'm learning something here.
The devil.
Yeah. So, other people then lost their marriages because the men could not access the bosom of the flounce.
My guy, I'm telling you, if that part is killed, the whole thing now is disturbed.
And also, I think when people remembers the purpose of marriage, this will also help.
Paul said it is not good for a man not to marry.
Yes.
But because of adultery and fornication, let each and every man have his
a wife.
Right?
Right.
Then he says, if you feel that your feelings are just too much, how do you save yourself from those feelings?
By marriage.
Marrying. So
Right.
you can actually marry to make sure you run away from fornication.
Yes.
You satisfy yourself in your house.
Right.
Then imagine Mr. Satisfying is not working properly. You touch she says they are pain. Yeah, disturbing me. My God.
So it even goes to men now.
Men.
Right.
Can I tell you? I think I pray for a lot of people here.
Yes, I know.
You see a couple which is very lovely. You can see with these people they match, and the problem they will be here for is Baba
It's not working
is
anymore.
not working anymore.
Right.
Or it's there's a good Juma. It's like just it happens like here, and then when it happens it can disappear anytime.
Even during the process.
Even during the process, and even the process is just 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Right.
So which marriage can stand like that?
Right.
Which marriage? So you realize, Guti, if a lady is not properly saved, she will make a plan B.
Okay.
When she makes a plan B, what I know, no matter how much she can make a plan B, if the problem is on you, you never chase her away. I've seen plenty marriages which
Yes.
are surviving now. I know plenty. I even addressed plenty here in this house. Marriages which were shaking, they were shaking because mama was cheating, but mama was cheating because baba is not working, but
Right.
baba is wanting the lady even after cheating, because he knows what I'm punishing this lady,
Yeah. This thing.
So you'll be having money, you'll be having cars, but the problem that you have, doctors are failing to help you. So you remember one day when I said Mumbaga far home, let there be joy in the houses.
Right.
I'm not talking like I just want to be vulgar.
And it's not long time ago. It's only 2 weeks back when he
Yes,
said that.
I'll be not like, it's not like I want to talk about those naughty things. I know my people. I know what people are going through.
Right.
But as a father, manje, when you say it, some other people will be like, Apostle want to be naughty. No, how can I just want to be naughty from nowhere? I'll be addressing issues that you never guess could are going on in the families there.
Wow. As we can hear.
If I tell you some other deep
Right.
stories about this marital stuff,
Yeah.
you'll be shocked. Kuti. Pastor Michael,
Yes,
a
Dad.
person will call you,
Yes.
will tell you, Apostle, I'm suffering. You say, what's happening? The person will tell you, Guti, these are 2 problems that I want to talk about now. You tell you, Guti, whenever I sleep with Baba, I bleed.
Right. I was going to come there.
I bleed like I wonder what's happening. Then, manje, the situations like this, they drive me to a naughty corner.
Right.
I'll ask a question. Have we ever tried to do anything on your parts? Said, I've tried everything, I don't bleed. The only time, if it's only Baba, then everything goes wrong. I bleed like it's a Zambezi river.
Right.
Then the other one will call you and say, Apostle, I don't understand. I was married and I have 1 child, and I was married, and now we have 3 children. But ever since I was married, since I got married to this man, the other child that I have was out of a wedlock. I was never married community school. But when I got married, each and every time that we get into the bedroom, it's painful. Like I don't know what's the problem. It's not like
Right.
is it good?
Like someone is carrying a knife into me.
Yeah, like is it good? Maybe. Yeah, like maybe. But this topic had dark way.
Right. Yeah, very true. Very true. It's sensitive,
Yeah, it's sensitive.
painful,
These are-
and there's got a lot of issues that are sensitive.
Okay, let me just say, like we'll be like, is it good? Mukuri Wamdara is too big. No, it's not even like that.
Right.
But I think the problem is in me. It feels like there are bumps, or I don't know what's in me. Ask Manjuguti, does your man feel the same? No. I'm even scared. How many years? 4 years. So it's a nightmare every time we think about this. But it's a marriage, my guy.
Right.
So if witchcraft means you, if it grasps you, you won't even realize. You think it's a natural problem until you go to the naturalist.
Right.
They tell you, Guti, we can't see anything. They give you pills. The pills fails.
Right.
They give you advices. The advices fails. They'll give you medication. The medication fails. They'll give you injections. They will do operation after another. You are still the same. That's Guti. This is witchcraft.
Right. So why have I brought up this question now? Viewers all over the world and GM family online. In life, there is a lot of things that people are going through. But because we don't want to reach out, we are suffering witchcraft only because we are not asking. There is a time when we must ask, especially things like this. There are people who have got better understanding. As we are busy unmasking and unveiling the terrain of witchcraft, it can go even beyond, up to an extent of even affecting your own marriage. You get married, but the purpose of marriage is failing to be fulfilled. Like having your man in his bosom, that's the main purpose of marriage. Having kids and cooking, those are secondary issues. The main issue is on bedmatics. But now if you can't reach there, then what is the reason? Someone is manipulating nature so that you can call it a day and you become a single mother again. Then what's the purpose? You are bewitched. It happens 2-3 times. It happens maybe in a family. You are 2-3 suffering the same fate. What should you do then? Seek for spiritual attention. Call pastors that deal with deliverance. That's how you can only get saved. Wow. Right?
In the Bible, what does he say?
Hair is
the crown
of a woman.
And you have a woman who have the hair which is not coming out.
Right.
So that you look funny every time. Even when your man comes home and look at you like,
then the funny thing in most cases, women that have got challenges in growing hair, the beard grow nicely.
Yeah. Or the beard.
Yeah.
You see.
Then it means definitely nature is being opposed here.
Yeah, these people, they can make you look like something that you're not supposed to be looking like.
Yeah. Okay. So
my guy, we have a daughter
right
here who walks like side.
Right.
Right. Imagine the spirits or witchcraft can go to that level.
Right. To make sure that they deform you.
You don't
give you a funny
structure.
Even when someone that is even
if you have hips, they will go one side because you are bent like.
Yeah. Do you know that in Sunnyside I've seen a lady like that? What you are saying? She's well structured, but one side is bigger than the other one.
Yeah, those kind of things.
Now, what's the end? Who will come for you?
My guy.
Unless if the Holy Spirit come and hold a man by hand and say, this one.
That one needs fire, power.
Witchcraft is in its highest level. And now Christians suffer these things in silence.
Yeah.
Because like myself, being a pastor father, do you think I will come and be truthful? It looks like Kariba
I know. People won't say those things. People are suffering with them. Not I myself. Most of the times when men open up is when you preach about it.
Only, not coming out under normal circumstances.
Men will come and say, "Pray for my business."
Right.
When the engine is
boiling, there nothing is happening.
Yeah, it needs overhauling.
Right. So can you see how witchcraft can affect people? You can see that you are a young woman, a young man growing. The only thing, the best thing that happens with you is just to bring kids back home to your parents. No marriage. Then you look why? What causes that? Please, can you explain something like that, Father? Let's say you had kids with the first boyfriend. We can say it was a mistake. The second one, the third one, maybe you've got 4. What causes that? Is that not witchcraft as well?
It can be witchcraft. It can be evil spirits. Right. Witchcraft, man, on this one, they tamper with your body.
Right.
So that you become a loose person.
Can you see now?
You become a loose person that when it comes to a man, you don't give control over yourself. You can, so long it goes to the bedroom issues, you can just do whatever. Then you regret after. So a person can have even 6. I know of my relatives who have some kids which are like that. My guy, a person can start off like that, having kids everywhere. Then tomorrow she's now a lesbian. Tomorrow is like, what's happening here? You know, these stories are very crazy. Then you realize it's either there is a witchcraft here, or there is a ancestral spirit, or there is a generational case, because it will be abnormal with one person, all those bad habits, nothing good, and the kids will be one after another, crazy ones only.
From one person.
One person, from one mother and father, all of them, they are bringing up fools.
Right. So can you see my relatives here? This is a big issue. There are some things that we can think that, no, it's a mistake, it's a mistake, it's a mistake. But let's go back to the drawing board. Was this happening before?
Like, isn't what?
Like prior generations, before 1970, were these things happening?
They were happening.
But was it this bad?
It was very bad, but it was not exposed, because there is no way you can talk about it. You just see it on a smaller scale community. Now you can see it everywhere. We can talk about it here. Some people in London can confirm that, yeah, it's true, even here it's happening. You understand? Right. So that's the difference. Otherwise, these things have been there even in the Bible. Abraham suffered barrenness. Isaac
Suffered barrenness.
Jacob. It was running in the blood. I'm very sure when God dealt with Abraham, I know he set his body to get children when he will be maybe old. He did not turn back the valves. So whatever that he was carrying was transmitted
over to Isaac, spilled over to Jacob.
Yeah, it was for a good purpose. Of course, God wanted to do what he wanted to do. But
generational
after generation.
You're right.
And Jacob said, I think I need to break this one. We have 12 and above.
And he is the first one to have that funny number.
Yeah, he knew it. It was a breaking of, you know what? If you want to break generational cases, like you spend time struggling with the barrenness, when you have children, don't even worry, like with the teachings that I teach people, you must have children that you can take care of. If you have that case, you struggle with barrenness. When you have kids, you have each and every year you have kids. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Those ones, God will keep them. But you can't struggle with the barrenness. Then when God gives you an opportunity, you have one. What about if he dies? Okay. Understand? So Jacob realized, the way I suffered, I need to.
Yeah.
The man was shooting one after another. Go. You're talking about 12 men only.
Yeah.
What about girls?
They were not recorded.
You see, it was a mafia.
Okay, so in marriages now we have discovered that you can also allowed to be married by these spirits.
Yeah.
But they can close the valves of.
Then suffer in the marriage.
Yes.
Oh, all right. There are some other people. I know a lady.
Right.
Who just began to develop a bad breath. That she came here from Limpopo. When she was talking to me, she was even avoiding. She was avoiding.
Right.
I said, yo. And she said, my husband doesn't love me. I said, how can he? Like this.
Brushing teeth more than 3 times a day.
Yeah, and the bad breath was coming from the stomach.
The stomach now.
And the doctors will tell you we can't see anything. Then the other one that I know, this one, it's very painful. It affects a lot of ladies.
Right.
The day you marry her, she's sick every day. Or
right.
The day you marry her, the business that you were running goes down.
Right.
Everything, you become a stupid. You can really see it. Look at the person that I am now. But I used to be okay.
Right.
To make sure you can release it before marriage, I was okay. After marriage, and you end up seeing what the problem is this person. Because when you give a man, there is something that just goes on. When you do it alone, so what can you do?
Right.
You can decide to just leave. And you go to my pastor, you go to my pastors, they will tell you that your wife is a problem. And once you know that man, if you suffer too much yet you don't have roots in loving this person, you will leave.
Right.
So we need to be freed from whatsoever associations. When I'm talking about associations, I'm talking about things that are attached to our lives. Like me, I don't trust my blood, where I come from. I don't trust it. Because I never saw anything that I can admire. I never saw anything that I can admire. I grew up in poverty, my brother. I grew up in suffering. I stayed at a place where there was no next door. We shall go. In September, we're going together to Zimbabwe. I'll show you. Every structure is still there. The only next door were the graves. And if I look back into my history, it's very painful. I slept on places where you can feel the moisture. It's not raining, but the rain which came 5 days ago, all the blankets, they caught the moisture. And what do you call it? The termites. They'll be building up the
NTUs inside.
Yes, inside. And you are sleeping. You wake up, the whole blanket is full. Because they can build over the night and it can grow.
And they are very quick.
Yes, they are very quick, you see. And it was always wet inside the house. Always wet, unless if it's not raining. Then snakes, amagundwane, then frogs, everything. It was not a comfortable life. The books that you...
From school?
Yeah, from school. They are wet and they need to go to school. So whenever it's raining, you make sure you tie up your books, you put them on a corner where rain cannot... Imagine, because we were kids. If we were grown up, we could have tried to cover up. But when you are a kid, some other things, they are too big for you. But I was a kid, yet I was responsible for the livelihood. And you see, look at how young this man is anymore.
Right, I can.
He's young, eh?
Yes.
But I can tell you, Guti, over 15 years ago, I was his father. Yeah. I'm young now. Now, as you can see, I'm young. He is young. But 15 years ago,
you were in charge.
If he could want something, he could come to me. Yes, I was at school. So I don't trust this blood. Because things that I faced there. And if it was like I'm coming from some other people who had a better life, it was not like that. Where we were staying, like before we went to the rural areas, Glenorah, we were one of the poorest families. So I don't trust my blood. So I myself being here, sitting on this chair, commanding forces in the world, it's a breakthrough, my guy, of the family case that I saw manifesting.
Right.
The fear only is that these cases, they may allow you to start, but they won't allow you to end. So you need to be very quick and smart to make sure that you overcome all the boundaries that were set for your fathers. Then whatever they failed to do, you do it as quick as possible, because you might be allowed to start and not be allowed to finish. You have that, that life that we are having. We are free, financially cool. Then what did you build? Nothing. What do you have to? But I don't think we are here to live. We are here to save generations.
Okay. So many people, they fail to get to the hemming part of whatever they start because of generational cases.
Yes.
You are allowed to start something, but
not
you
allowed to
cannot
finish.
Yield the proceeds.
Yeah.
Right. Then, like, you are allowed to get married, but you will not see kids.
You will not see kids. You will not be happy. You will not enjoy.
You will be allowed to get married.
I have a person who came with my Jaiva another. She said, 7 years I've been married, but 7 years I never saw what is joy. I said, for 7 years? She said, yes. I said, I'm ready for anything. Because this is just too much. I felt so sorry, and I felt in her words, good. She's just done.
Okay, it's like someone who is gliding, just following the
wind.
Because whatever comes.
Yeah.
Right.
So imagine you are living that kind of a life. You are married, but you are up for anything.
Then it means witchcraft is a reality. So in closing, Father, what do you have to say?
I'm saying The first level of dealing with witchcraft
Yes.
is being saved, receiving Christ,
Right.
not ending there.
Right.
Once you receive Christ, it means that you are born again, right?
Number one, yes.
If you are 40 years, it means that spiritually you are 1 day or 1 hour old.
Right.
We need the growth, visible growth from the day that you say, I am born again, to now. Man, the problem is we have born again Christians who were aborters, who are still aborting.
Right.
We have Christians who were prostitutes before they were born again. There are more prostitutes now.
Now they are professional ones,
Yeah,
and hiding from
yeah.
everyone but doing it.
Yeah, we have people who had anger issues before they were born again. Now they are worse. Do you know the man who is sitting here?
Right.
Let me tell you a story. Myself, I used to be called Sean Duroy Guetta. So some of the days, on social media, I was one of those noisy people. So on those days, like these comedians, they were not plenty. Like the comedians, they were not plenty. So my Titi was one of the people that people feared.
Right.
They said she never lost her battle, because whoever she got into a conflict with, she could move that person with words until she defeated the enemy. So now I'm seeing this is what is happening. There was a group which was called Mvenge. So in Mvenge, I emerged as one of those people who was becoming popular because of speaking rubbish. Then I stepped into the foot of my deed. People were like, Guetta, where you are touching now, this is very dangerous. I said, I don't know me. I was speaking, I was a person who could say anything. And the people were shocked with how come I am doing all this. And she's not responding. When she responded, she lost it. Because I was good at replying, responding. So when we began to exchange words, she's saying this, I'm saying that, I'm saying this, she's saying this. I became a champion of the day for days. People were saying, we've never seen anybody put this lady in place like what Guetta is doing. So this is the man that I was. So I want you to look at, some people think this lady is loud, but I was louder to an extent of defeating her on words.
Right.
So how much bad was I?
Yeah.
I was bad. I was very, very bad. One day I said a statement. I said, your voice is like a diesel generator. And that statement blew up the whole internet. The issues did not end well. I understand that. But what I want you to notice, the calm person that I'm trying to be nowadays, people say a lot of things about me. I don't think a day passes without me having to see something on internet whereby people are saying this and that against me. But I have a special way of handling them better than what I used to do in the past.
Right.
What is causing that? I'm developing the born again person. So he is now, I think he started his journey 4 years ago. But he is now better. He is never into those people. People say a lot, but I have a way to handle all those things. I myself, I could not reply like that. I could put you in position, and yourself you could feel that I was in heaven. Now I'm in Sarabani Manja. I'm put in my original place. So whatever habit that you have as a Christian, you need to make sure that if you say you are born again, you kill those habits. Whichever wrong ambition you have, whichever weakness that you have, when you are born again, your journey as a born again child of God is defeating all those things.
Otherwise, Father, you're trying to say kushandirwa On issues of deliverance,
It doesn't
doesn't
work.
work.
Because remember, the one that is cursed, the one that is bewitched is your body. The one that is bad luck is your body. The one which is being followed by a generational cases is your body.
Okay.
But the one that is born again is your spirit. So it is very possible that your life, the bigger percentage is spiritual more than physical.
Right.
How do you see that? How do you spend your day? And where is your mind located at? If your mind is thinking about physical things only. You imagine, Pastor Michael, I have a
Yes,
life
Daddy.
to live. I have a house to live. I have a bed to sleep at.
Yeah.
But I came here when?
I think yesterday.
Not yesterday. Yesterday I slept here again.
On Monday.
Yeah, we did a streaming on Monday, right?
Streaming on Monday, yes.
I went home Sunday.
And came back next day.
Yeah, I came back next day. And today is what? It's Wednesday. I'm still here. I'm sleeping like somebody who doesn't have a bed. But my guy, God actually gave me a better life than other people. But I'm not using that. I'm sleeping in that room. You can't even, in this room there's no ventilation. It's a difficult place to be at. But I'm here because why? My mind is not on those things. I could have been like, I can go in weekend anywhere I want. Anywhere, I'm not limited by anything. I can drive and go anywhere and enjoy my life. But I'm here. Why? My mind is on the things of God. But this is my advantage. I'm not cursed. I can tell you that I'm not cursed because things that failed to work for my parents are working for me. Things that nobody did in my family, I'm doing them. So I'm not cursed.
Right.
Why? The one that is cursed is the body, and the one that is now working is the spirit.
Wow. These are very, very big words from Apostle in closing. My dear fellow Christians, brothers and sisters all over the world, let us be advised. We need to even work out the salvation of our souls, even after this so-called salvation. You receive Christ, yes, but you need to learn to live like Christ. Then the deliverance will be easy. You don't need someone else to deliver you without you exerting an effort. Thank you, Father. Thank you for this. So, when are we going to wind up this? We promised people that we're going to open lines on one of these sessions. Are we going to do it tomorrow or Friday?
Short advice.
Okay, we will let you know on when we are going to do an open line, and we'll be praying for people as well on that particular day. So stay blessed. May God bless you. Thank you very much, Apostle.
All right, say thank you so much too. And we're gonna leave them listening to, you know what? Guess what I'm gonna leave them listening to.
Wow. Can you hear that?